Everyone online seems to believe this one idea. A simple shortcut, a clever trick, a why don't factories just do this solution that looks brilliant at first glance. It shows up in comment sections. It appears in viral videos. And it sounds so logical that millions of people believe it without question. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If factories actually used this shortcut, the machines wouldn't become faster. They wouldn't become cheaper. They wouldn't become more efficient. They would break violently, expensively, and in some cases, dangerously today. We're exposing one of the most common industrial myths on the internet. A shortcut that looks smart on screen, but collapses the moment it meets real-world engineering. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at factory hacks the same way again. Let's begin. Across YouTube, TikTok, and Reddit, you've probably seen it. A video shows a massive production line. Bottles moving, boxes stacking, machines humming in perfect rhythm. And then comes the comment. Why don't they just speed it up? Why not remove this step? Why is there so much space between machines? This could be way more efficient. At first glance, it feels obvious. If one machine processes 100 units per minute, why not push it to 150? If a conveyor is slow, why not increase the speed? If workers pause between steps, why not eliminate the pause? The internet loves simple answers too. Complex systems. But factories are not YouTube animations. They are not simulations. They are not perfect worlds where nothing goes wrong. They are violent environments of heat, vibration, friction, tolerance limits, and human safety. And that's where this myth collapses. Let's expose the shortcut. The most common viral factory shortcut goes something like this. Factories intentionally slow things down. If they just removed buffer gaps and ran everything at maximum speed, production would skyrocket. Sounds logical, right? More speed equals more output. More output equals more profit. So why don't factories do it? Because the moment they try, the entire system starts to fail. Here's why. Factories don't operate as one machine. They operate as systems of weak points. Every machine on a production line has a maximum safe speed, a tolerance limit, a failure threshold. The internet assumes machines behave like computers. Binary, perfect, predictable. But machines are physical. Metal expands with heat. Bearings wear down. Lubrication breaks under stress. Vibrations amplify across connected systems. When you increase speed, you don't just increase output, you multiply stress. Let's imagine a bottling factory. A conveyor feeds empty bottles into a filling machine. The filler injects liquid. The capper seals the bottle. Then labeling, inspection, and packaging. On paper, it looks clean and linear. But in reality, every step depends on timing measured in milliseconds. Increase the conveyor speed slightly, and bottles begin to wobble. Increase it more, and bottles misalign with the filler nozzles. Push it further, and liquid spills. Spilled liquid creates moisture. Moisture creates slippage. Slippage creates jams, and jams destroy machines. This is why factories include something the internet hates: buffers. Buffer zones are those empty spaces between machines. Online, people see them and say, "That's wasted space. That's inefficiency. That's bad design." In reality, buffers are shock absorbers. They exist to absorb delays, isolate failures, prevent chain reactions. Without buffers, one small problem doesn't stay small. It spreads, and when failures cascade, entire production lines shut down. A 5-second jam can turn into a 4-hour shutdown. Would you like to guess how much that costs? In large factories, downtime can cost tens of thousands of dollars per minute. Suddenly, that slow design looks very intelligent. Now let's talk about the most dangerous part of this myth: human safety. Factories are not fully automated utopias. Humans are everywhere, adjusting, monitoring, maintaining, fixing. Machines running at maximum speed reduce reaction time. At high speed, sensors miss errors, emergency stops become less effective, human reflexes fall. Behind machine momentum, one wrong movement can mean crushed hands, amputations, or worse. This is why machines are deliberately run below theoretical maximum capacity. Not because engineers are lazy, not because companies are stupid, but because safety margins save lives. And no viral shortcut video ever mentions that. Let's pause for a moment and ask you something. Have you ever watched a factory video and thought, "This looks slow. I could make it faster"? If yes, you're not alone. Drop a comment later and say, "I thought this too," because most people do. The difference now is that you understand what's actually happening beneath the surface. There's another reason this shortcut fails: maintenance. Machines don't fail dramatically at first, they fail quietly. Higher speed means faster wear, more frequent breakdowns, shorter component lifespan. A bearing designed to last 5 years at normal speed might last 1 year under constant high stress. That means more replacements, more downtime, more money lost. Factories optimize for total lifetime efficiency, not short-term speed. Internet logic focuses on minutes. Industrial logic focuses on years. That difference changes everything. Now let's expose the final illusion. The belief that factories are optimized for speed. They're not. They're optimized for consistency. A factory producing 1 million perfect units reliably beats a factory producing 1.2 million units. With defects, breakdowns, and recalls, defects cost more than slow production ever will. Returns, waste, legal risk, brand damage. These are invisible costs the internet never calculates. This is why obvious shortcuts never make it into real factories. Because they don't survive physics, economics, safety, time, they only survive inside comment sections. Let's turn this around. If factories already know all this, why does this myth keep spreading? Because watching something run slower than expected feels wrong. Our brains equate speed with intelligence. But in engineering, restraint is intelligence. The smartest systems are the ones that look boring, because boring means stable. Here's something fascinating. Some factories intentionally slow production even more than necessary. Why? To detect problems earlier, to reduce defect rates, to extend machine life, to improve safety. That's not inefficiency, that's mastery. Before we end, let me ask you another question. What's the most common factory hack you've seen online that feels suspicious? Is it removing workers, eliminating steps, speeding everything up? One simple machine does it all? Tell me in the comments. Your question might become the next video we expose. If you're enjoying this breakdown and you like content that challenges what everyone thinks is obvious, this is the kind of channel you'll want to keep an eye on. No hype. No fake genius hacks. Just reality. Let's close with the truth. Factories don't ignore shortcuts. They test them. And the ones you see online, they already failed quietly, expensively, and permanently. That's why they live on the internet and not on the factory floor. This is Industrial Myths Exposed, and this was just the beginning.